Chapter 8. T-Rex Silence. And Henry had found a dinosaur bone. His class crowded around him. May I touch it? Asked Lily. Can I see? Max asked. Are you going to name it? Asked somebody else. Miss Missile whispered. The class stopped talking. Henry has made an exciting discovery, she said. And now, Miss Yost will invite some other scientists to the site to look at it. We'll learn more after lunch. Henry didn't want to leave his dinosaur bone, but knew he would see it again. His class had lunch at the park across the street. Henry, Lily, and Max sat at a picnic table. You know what this means? Asked Lily, pulling a sandwich from his lunch bag. It means you're going to be famous. Henry pictured his name in lights. He didn't even notice when his magic shovel fell on the ground. Max picked it up. Henry, be more careful, Max scolded. This shovel is very lucky. It was almost as if it did all the work for you. Henry sprayed a mouthful of milk on the table. Max and Lily looked at each other and erupted in laughter. Henry wiped his face. That's silly, Max, he said. Whoever heard of a magic shovel? Max stopped laughing and raised an eyebrow. I didn't say magic shovel, Henry. I said lucky shovel. Are you hiding something? Henry kept up the fake laughter. That's a good one, Max. He didn't want Max to get any more curious about his magic. She was a spy after all. Miss Yost was waiting for them when they got back to the site. Everyone, gather around, she said excitedly. We've now learned that Henry's bone is from a very special Tyrannosaurus Rex. Is there anyone here who would like to help us dig for more dinosaur bones? Everybody's hands shot up. Yes, shouted the class. And, of course, Henry yelled the loudest. Chapter 9. Skeleton Crew. Each scientist was paired with 2 students. Henry got to work with Miss Yost. Soon, the class began to find more dinosaur bones. Henry unearthed the dinosaur skull. It was so cool, but not as big as Henry had imagined. Lily pulled a dinosaur hip bone from the dirt. I found a hip, he cried. Other students began to shout about their finds too. I found a tail bone. I found a toe bone. I found a spine. After 2 hours of digging, there were no more bones to be found. Everyone laid the bones on the tables. Since Henry discovered the dinosaur, he will help the scientists piece it together, said Messias. The class cheered for Henry. He had never felt so important. Then they began to assemble the dinosaur bones. The bones snapped together easily, like plastic building blocks. Putting this dinosaur back together is much easier than I expected, Henry thought. Henry and the scientists worked quickly. When the dinosaur was finished, it had a long tail, sturdy leg bones, and a skull full of razor-sharp teeth. The dinosaur wasn't nearly as big as Henry had expected. That's because it's from the glossary period, Messias told him. Henry had never heard of the glossary period, but it didn't matter because everybody loved his dinosaur, even the local TV news, who sent a reporter to the scenes. When the reporter asked Henry how he had found it, Henry held up his magic shovel. I found it with this very lucky shovel, he said. Chapter 10 Dino-Mites. Henry had become a local star in Bristol, and today was the opening of his dinosaur exhibits at the Bristol History Museum. The crowd waiting outside was huge. It was so big that Henry and Dad had to come in through the back entrance. The dinosaur stood behind a large wet curtain. Messias waved Henry over. When I say your name, come stand on the stage beside me, she told him. Henry nodded. Then Messias stepped up to the microphone. Hello, everyone, she said. Today we truly have a one-of-a-kind exhibit to share. This discovery was made by one of our very own citizens, Mr. Henry Hackleback. The crowd cheered as Henry walked onto the stage. Luckily, he had practiced exactly what he was going to say. I'm Henry, he began, and I've named my discovery the Henry Hackleback A-Saurus. And now I will reveal my one-of-a-kind dinosaur.